He's spent more than £200 million already this summer and is still pursuing at least 2 more signings before the transfer window closes at the end of August. Alexis Sanchez and Kylian Mbappé have been targeted all summer, with the Manchester City manager eager to add more firepower to an attack that already boasts Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus. The plan is for the goals to be spread around the squad this season, and on the basis of the games against Real Madrid and Tottenham, that is already coming to fruition. But Guardiola is determined not to take any chances in a pivotal season. He frequently bemoaned his side's lack of ruthlessness last term, and there must have been a sense of déjà vu as City dominated Tottenham in Nashville, but spared them an even heavier defeat, with Aguero hitting the post twice and Jesus completely missing the target from 6 yards. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola gestures to his team during the first half of an International Champions Cup soccer match against Real Madrid on Wednesday, July 26, 2017, in Los Angeles. AP photo. Yi Si-hong. Both of those players are still shaking off the cobwebs of the summer, and given City's attacking potential, they should get plenty of service. Still, Guardiola would like to add at least one of Sanchez or Mbappé, with the Arsenal striker considered the more attainable. City also hope to add cover at centre-back, having abandoned plans to sign a marquee name in that position. If Guardiola is serious about playing a back three more often this season, then it would be a risk to head into the campaign with Vincent Kompany, John Stones and Nicolas Otamendi as his only senior century halves. Man City's 201,819 pre-season tour plans revealed how seriously can we take the results. The US, it is only pre-season, and just as City didn't panic following defeat to Manchester United in Houston, they won't be getting too carried away with the back-to-back wins against Real and Tottenham. But it is impossible to escape the sense of optimism around the club after just a taste of what they could produce in Guardiola's second campaign. To beat Real 41 is a statement, no matter what the occasion. The Spanish Giants don't like to lose. It was a showcase match in the Los Angeles Coliseum, and they were taken apart in front of 93,000 fans, the majority of which were there to see Real. Last year's Premier League runners-up Spurs named as strong a team as possible in Nashville and were lucky to escape with just a 30 defeat. Guardiola declared that City's best performance under him such was their domination. Rather than results, it is the manner in which City approached the Real and Spurs games that was so encouraging for Guardiola. He wants them to be brave enough to take the game to any opposition from the first whistle, and those results will only encourage his players that they are capable of doing just that. Man City boss Pep Guardiola explains how Blues will line up. Who impressed most? Ederson was outstanding following his blunder against United. Guardiola has looks to have found an imposing goalkeeper, with quick feet, who looks tailor-made to double up as a sweeper like Manuel Neuer at Bayern Munich. Kyle Walker's wide play against Tottenham in the face of boos from his former fans was evidence of what City's new fullbacks will bring to the club. He and Benjamin Mendy will be given license to pin opposition fullbacks in their own half with their relentless pressing. Kyle Walker with United's Marcus Rashford. Kevin De Bruyne destroyed Real, and in Phil Foden and Brahim Diaz. City have two academy prospects who must make the step up to the first team sooner rather than later. But there were positives throughout Guardiola's squad, with Raheem Sterling and John Stones also worthy of mention. So what does Guardiola do with the kids? That is the dilemma. Foden and Diaz proved they have the potential to make an impact in the first team. At just about any Premier League club other than City, they'd be pushing to be included right from the start of the season. But Guardiola has a wealth of options, particularly in attacking midfield. It's just not likely they will get the game time they require. And is there enough competition at youth level to help them progress at the rate City want them to? Phil Foden in action against United. Loan moves look like the best option for both, and probably Jadon Sancho too. But City will have to be careful to ensure they go to clubs who will let them develop in the manner they have at the CFA. What have we learned about Guardiola's plans this season? He has made a point of building a squad big enough to compete on all fronts. It will not be easy to pick a best 11 for City this season, with Guardiola leaving himself with enough options to make wholesale changes without weakening his side. That will be a key reason behind his pursuits of Sanchez and Mbappé, and why he spent more than £70 million on two right-backs. Alexis Sanchez. He also looks intent of playing with a three-man central defense when possible, enabling him to get Walker and Mendy as high up the pitch as possible. Due to Bernardo Silva's Confederations Cup commitments, we've still not seen where Guardiola plans to fit him into his attack, or who leads the race to be the starting holding midfielder. Yaya Touré was more impressive in that role than Fernandinho in the US, while Ilkay Gundogan could also fill it. What is left to do? Guardiola now needs to clear out the host of players who do not fit into his plans. City's hopes of recouping up to £150 million for rejects like Samir Nasri, Eliakim Mingale etc. look increasingly unlikely. Now it is a case of finding the best solutions. Joe Hart was allowed to go on loan to West Ham after City had hoped to recoup £20 million for the England keeper. Kelechi Iheanacho is close to a £25 million move to Leicester, and Fabian Delph, Fernando and Wilfried Bony should also depart soon. A striker and a centre-back are still on Guardiola's wanted list, which would complete a hugely ambitious overhaul in one transfer window. Man City players anticipate Alexis Sanchez transfer. Are they serious title contenders talent-wise? Definitely. The biggest issue for Guardiola is getting his new recruits to gel quickly enough. But on the evidence of the US, they are already well on the way to doing that. Walker looks right at home, and Danilo will be an important figure as cover in both full-back positions. Ederson has established himself ahead of Claudio Bravo as number one and will breed confidence in the defense in front of him. Ederson signs. Guardiola clearly plans to play to Mendy's strengths, so the hope is he will fit right in too. City can afford to give Bernardo Silva time to settle. Such are their options in attack, and the same would apply to Sanchez or Mbappe, should one of those deals come off. The big issue is Vincent Kompany's fitness. Should he break down at any point, then City will be severely weakened in the heart of defense. It's hard to pick an early favorite for the title, but we've been given a tantalizing glimpse of Guardiola's vision, and it could be thrilling.